Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be talking about the UAW strike and how this could affect new car inventories. Before we get in this video though, as always, you're going to save time and money the next time you purchase a car. Link to my car buying guide in the description down below, and some of the data provided in today's video comes from Cox Automotive. Let's get into it. So this big strike that everyone's been talking about hasn't happened quite yet, but there's a pretty big chance that it will happen. And so let's look at what the new car world looks like to see how much this will actually affect automakers and therefore affect you as consumers. Because the comment that I've been seeing time and time again is that if this strike happens, then car prices are going to go up again because supply is going to dwindle because cars aren't going to be manufactured during the strike, and because of this dwindled supply, then supply and demand dynamics. Well, let's talk about the numbers. So first off, total new car inventory in the US has now officially exceeded over 2 million units. This is the highest it's been since like 2021. This represents a 58-day supply, and the average listing price is about $47,000. Now that 58-day supply is the day supply number we've seen for most of the year. So basically, as inventories increased, sales have also increased. Now, with these strikes, they are obviously not going to affect all automakers because not every single automaker builds cars here in the US. Domestic automakers are the ones that will most likely be the hardest hit, and more specifically Stellantis. This is the automaker that everyone thinks is going to get hit the hardest when it comes to these strikes. And so let's look at the day supply number of these different brands. So within Stellantis, Dodge has a day supply number of 136 days. Again, the day supply number is less than 60 days in the automotive industry, and Dodge is at 136 days. Chrysler's at 125 days. Ram is at 115 days, and Jeep is at a 95-day supply, all well above the industry average. And so what it looks like is Stellantis is beefing up their inventories before this strike. And so if the strike happens really hard to Stellantis, they have more than enough inventory. Like, they are not going to be in a situation where they're going to run out of cars, right? Again, 136-day supply with Dodge, that's pretty crazy. If you look at other domestic automakers, though, they don't necessarily fare as well. Cadillac has a day supply number of only 46 days. Chevrolet's at 52 days. And then obviously the other big one is going to be Ford, which their day supply number is 77 days. So again, still above industry average. And then Lincoln, which is the luxury offshoot of Ford, they're at 106-day supply. And so what this means with this whole strike situation is, as this whole situation ramps up where there's more and more signs that the strike will happen, it seems like the automakers are just stacking up more and more inventory at dealers in preparation so that, worst case scenario, if cars aren't getting built, well, there's still something for consumers to buy. But if we also kind of talk about what this means for the automotive industry, if the strike doesn't happen, well, this is actually really good for consumers because this shows that there's the total amount of inventory is increasing, and you have some brands that have a massive amount of inventory, again, over 100-day supply of cars. So that means that, at least right now, deals are better than what they were last year, and they are only going to continue to get better if supply gets better. So I guess we have those two scenarios, right? If the strike never happens, well, we've got these bloated inventories, which means that automakers are going to have to release crazy discounts to get rid of the vehicles. If it does happen, well, prices really aren't going to change all that much because, again, you have these bloated inventories. And so, if cars aren't getting made, that's actually probably going to be a good thing for the overall car market, at least for dealers, not necessarily for consumers, because, again, it's not going to lead to lower prices. I want you guys to let me know what you think about this whole inventory situation. And do you think this is why automakers like Stellantis all of a sudden have, much bigger inventories than what we, they've already had a pretty big inventory over the course of most of the year, but now so more than ever? Do you think that's what they're doing, is they're beefing up these inventories in preparation for these strikes? I'll see ya.